I always get a little nervous. Always get a little nervous before I go live. Still, it's been years. It has been going on, goodness gracious, three, two, at least 2 years I've been live streaming now. And I think especially because I don't have an intro. So, you hit that button and it's go time. So that's what's going on. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this super special edition of SJ's streamy show. I usually call this the PulseChain Positivity Podcast, but this is a little different, right? Because while, yes, we will be speaking about PulseChain in a way, this is definitely going to be very heavily AI focused. And I'm super excited to share what I am learning with all of you. This is going to be a live demo of, and if Ross, if you're watching, you should, or anyone who knows, correct me if I'm wrong. I am under the impression that the tool is called Gemini, even though it's spelled Gemini, like the twins. So I'm not sure which way to say it at this point, but I'm gonna go with Gemini because that's how I heard it. But maybe whoever I heard it from was wrong. I don't know. So this is super extra wonderful. I'm going to put these links in the chat right now so that you can check out this site. So my AI tutor I subscribe to their services, and I subscribe to 2 different platforms basically within what they do. So my AI tutor has a lot of more of the LLM language learning models. I think that's what that stands for. Like I said, I'm learning all this just as I'm trying to teach it. So, because that's how quickly all of this is moving, right? I just spent the last few days in Vegas at a AI conference called Imagine AI Live. And I'll tell you what, man, I really didn't know what to expect. And I feel like I wanted to learn a lot more hands-on, this is how you utilize the tools kinds of things, but that's definitely not what this was for, which most conferences aren't, a lot of it's going to be kind of just a larger scope type information. A lot of it was catered to and geared towards CEOs of large companies who are trying to make that transition within their workforce from, using all of these different employees for different tasks to either training their employees to utilize AI or, figuring out how to, keep retain retain their workforce or, make it make sense for them as business folk. So that was a lot of what that was. Now, and I'm really glad so let me backtrack a little bit. The links I'm going to put in these tools, I was turned on to this. I'm trying to think of how my path got there. I started following a couple different people in AI. Gary. So Funding Gym, shout out to Gary Woods, Funding Gym. He actually is a huge reason. He is the reason this whole AI rabbit hole started for me in a way. I mean, I'd already started using Midjourney and ChatGPT. Very interested in it. Really love the tech. As someone who struggled in drawing and painting class, I just became very enamored with Midjourney and wanted to figure out how to utilize that tool to create all these images that I've had in my head for so long. So picked that up, and Gary saw that I was interested in this, and he gave me the names of a couple of different people to follow. And since we're on the link all the things train, I am going to also put their names in this chat so you can follow them if you so desire. So one person is Morgan Victoria, very helpful, very bright, also an artist. And it's been interesting seeing her transition or the way she utilizes, she's a physical artist. She does a lot of things with wood and antlers and very beautiful work. And she just has really picked up AI and knows how to use it well and is helpful in teaching others in how to utilize these tools. And also, let me see if I can find Sarah. This is going to be a little more tough because I don't. Morgan's great. She and I have chatted quite a bit. And Serendipitous is the other one. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to find her handle right off the bat. I don't think I can. Oh, I did. Yay. Awesome. So Sarah Hodson is her name. She is often in spaces. She does a lot on X. Both of these women do. And those are the first two people within the AI space that I think I started to follow. Now, when you start following different people, in case you didn't know this, the more people that you spaces will start to show up, right? X spaces will start to show up more and more, the more people you follow that are in those kinds of spaces. So following Morgan and Sarah led me to an X space, and it is called the Innovators Think Tank. That happens every Saturday. And from what I understand, they are now also doing something on Wednesdays as well. And usually what it is they spend a good chunk of time, an hour or two, letting people pitch their ideas. I'm not usually listening to that the whole time. I just, because I got other things going on. I'm working on my own stuff. So, but if you have a project or you're interested in, getting some feedback on something that you're building within the Web3 AI world, that is a place for you to go to do that. Now, the reason that I spent more time in there is Morgan was like, hey, check this space out. And if you stay until a little bit later, they are doing demos. So this is where I got turned on to my AI tutor and Pixio through Tech in Schools, which I think that's right. I'm going to say this all wrong. Yeah, Tech in Schools initiative. So I'm also going to link his account. And this guy, I can't say enough about how wonderful and brilliant and awesome he is and the things that he's doing. So first of all, the initiative, the Tech in Schools initiative, and these apps, right? Pixio, AI Tutor, what they're doing is they are working to get this kind of tech, all of these AI tools, into schools for free. So you, as the consumer, right, or the person that, you're not a student, but you want to utilize these tools, you pay for their subscriptions, right? I pay for AI Tutor and Pixio. And again, there's two different platforms. Pixio is all things to me. Pixio is like the Adobe suite of AI in terms of image generation. Nearly any tool that you can think of, you'd be able to find a version of it within Pixio. And every single day, every day, there's something new and they're building more, and they are great at customer feedback. Like anything that you are like, hey, it would be really awesome to see this in Pixio. Done. Like nearly anything that you see a demo of some other tool somewhere, let them know and they will put it in Pixio. I mean, at least that's been my experience this whole time. So here's another one for you to check out. So that's all. Yes. Yeah, Smoke, I see you there. Hey, what's up, man? So Smoke367's in the chat. What's up, Ovidian? Hello, Alex Utopia. Good to see everybody. It's going to go out. I want this to get off to just a little bit of a slow start, only because I think it's so important to share with you kind of how I got to where I'm at with AI and the people and the roads that I took to get there, because that is really where you want to start. You want to start following more people that are in the space. You want to immerse yourself within the spaces when you can, because that's how you're going to learn what is up and coming, what the best tools are to use, how to utilize the tools. So going back to Ross TSI initiative and the X space, every Saturday night, for me, it's somewhere around 6 p.m. Pacific time. It's a little different. And Smoke, if you've got a better idea on what that time is, let me know, because I'm in and out of those. Like I'm sometimes I've got events going on. I'm not able to attend every Saturday, so it may change a little bit. But Saturday nights, Saturday evenings, Ross is in there and with a couple of the other guys, and they are giving you access to demos of tools that haven't even come out yet. They want you to utilize them and break them so that they can continue to build and continue to make them better and continue to make what they have available better for everybody. So last couple things before I move on and actually start demoing this stuff is here are the links to, and I'm going to put all of this in the description of this video when I'm done. So this is myapps.ai, which is where a lot of the chat tools live. And then Pixio. Hopefully I'm linking these correctly here. If any of those links are broken or you can't get to them, let me know. I'll fix that. And again, like I said, I'm going to put all of the links that I just put here in the description of this video for anyone watching on the replay. And thank you for watching the replay. So Smoke says ITT hosts at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So again, that's 2 p.m. Mountain Time. That is when the pitches will start. So if you're busy, you got a bunch of other things going on, and you may not necessarily want to sit through that. But if you're someone that's into that kind of tech and you've got some great opinions, and maybe you're a dev and you know how to do things or fix things, get in that space and help these people out, right? In fact, I think I want to sit through one because it's been so long since I've actually sat through a space in its entirety, and they go for hours, right? So I think we were in there until it had to have been like 9 p.m. my time, maybe even later Pacific time last night. Sorry, you guys, I gotta fix my hair. You know me with these bangs. All right, so there's all the links. That's all the info. Let's get down to some business. So I heard Ross last night in this space mention that this was going to be available as an alpha testing to people who have already subscribed to my tutor, which is what I've done. And I was like, yes, absolutely. Actually, I don't think I reached out right away for it. This morning, I get a little distracted in the mornings, right? I've got several things I need to do. I was working on a couple NFTs that I'm trying to finish, chatting with a couple people, trying to just, figure out what I wanted to do this morning. And I decided that I wanted to talk to ChatGPT or talk to an LLM. Talk to the I wanted to talk to the AI. Now, here is something that this is really what I want to showcase and what I want to share with you in terms of how to best utilize these LLMs, language learning model. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Is that right? Let me just search that real quick. I was wrong. Large language model. A large language model is a language module notable for its ability to achieve general purpose language generation and other natural language processing tasks, such as classification, LLMs. Acquire these abilities by learning statistical relationships from text documents during a computationally intensive, self-supervised and semi-supervised training process. What does that even mean? What does it even mean? So, large language model. Now we know. I apologize for getting that not right in the beginning. So, the technique that I have found, or that I'm starting to utilize, that I really want to share with you, is something that I learned from a woman named Jessa. And Jessa has been on my channel a couple different times. I had her come on here so that she could explain to me how it is that she utilizes all this chat stuff. So I just linked Jessa's X account in there as well. Now, this is something that I never would have thought of, may never have thought of on my own, and definitely didn't realize that these LLMs could do. Instead of commanding your LLM, instead of yelling, and I'm going to kind of use ChatGPT interchangeably because that's what most people know. I was telling my dad earlier, I was like, I feel like ChatGPT is going to kind of become the Google of the LLM world, right? Because it's like, let me Google that. Well, let me ChatGPT it. But even though you may be using Claude.ai, you may be using, in this case, we're going to be using Gemini. Hey, Smoke, if you know which one's which, you let me know. You went Gemini or Gemini? Let me know how I'm supposed to be saying that. So instead of just commanding it and asking it questions and telling it, give me this, do this for me, what is this? You want to look at it more as a conversation, as a teammate, as someone who's going someone who's going to come alongside you and assist you in your journey versus, some entity that you're just blah, blah, blahing out. You said Gemini is right, but is that so Gemini with an I? Gemini? I know that's how you spell it, but okay, I think I'm right. Anyways, so that is what I want to really stress with getting these models to give you better results. Because if you come at it as if you're working as a team versus you're just commanding something, it seems to want to participate a little bit more. So, Smoke says, it works. That's all that counts. I agree. So let's see what Gemini can do for us today. I had originally gone into my AI tutor account and started working with, let's see, I was using ChatGPT 4 Turbo. So that was what I had started with. And let's see, I'm going to share my screen in just a moment. Let's go back here. Let's go back here. Okay, so let me share with you first my original query. Okay. Share screen. Share screen. Okay, I think this is the right one. Let's see. That might not be the right one. Hold on. No, because that's Gemini. All right, so let me switch over real quick. Thanks for your patience, everyone. Present. Share screen. This one. Okay. So this is where I started. And hopefully y'all can see this all right. It's a little smaller on my screen than I want it to be, but look at the prompt. Okay, first of all, aside from just working with the LLM, there are, if you have or haven't heard of this yet, chatbots. Okay, so as a perfect example for anyone within the Richard Hart ecosystem who knows about this, there's a Sci-Vive chatbot. What that basically means is that someone has come in and programmed the LLM to have a certain type of brain, to have a certain type of attitude, to have a certain knowledge base, or to be more savvy maybe in one area than another. And again, I'm so new to all of this. If you know better how to explain that, or if I'm saying it all wrong, please let me know in the comments. Chat me up, send me a DM. I'm at AWildSJ on every platform. And like I said, this is a learning process. And I'm so excited about this that I can't become an expert because it's developing so quickly. So as I'm learning, you're learning, right? So a persona, Smoke, thank you. So you give the LLM a persona. Now, Ross helped me do this. And yeah, and Smoke says break the rules. So that's an interesting thing. And you may have heard this on some different podcasts and things, because you get frustrated sometimes because maybe you're asking the chat to do a certain thing and it's like, oh no, I'm not going to do that. As a perfect example, I had a friend try to get manipulative. They asked the chat, ask me five manipulative questions. And I don't know if it was the way that was worded or if it just was the chat model they were using, but the chat model said no, because the default, and this I just learned with Jessa at the Imagine AI live conference, the default in ChatGPT at least is that it's supposed to be a helpful assistant. So if it's trying to be helpful, it's not going to want to manipulate you, right? So creating these personas allows you to break the rules. It allows you to kind of break the mind and break the training of whatever that chat was trained on, or the way that chat was trained. So in this case, and again, shout out to Ross from AI Tutor and Pixio and everything. He helped me create this persona. It was one of the first things that he taught me how to do when I first signed up for AI Tutor. So what I did, let me see here. Let's see. So in order to start, I'm going to pretend like I'm starting a new chat, and then I'm going to go back to the screen. So new chat. So I'm going to copy and cut all of this, and then I'm going to refresh this, and hopefully this all works. So this is when I come to my dashboard. Plus is what I've subscribed to. And this is the cool thing. So these are all, I think, all of these things you see here, these are all personas that have been created by the AI Tutor team, right? And they're just like pre-programmed personas. Hopefully I'm getting that right. Because to be honest with you, AI Tutor, I've not used it nearly as much as I've used Pixio, because I'm way into image generation. I've been doing a lot of that and a lot less of working with the LLM. So that's, again, bear with me as I'm learning and trying to help you to learn. So again, like I said, Pixio is kind of the Adobe suite of image generation, video generation, all of that, and soon to come music generation. Very excited about that. AI Tutor is similarly, to me, it seems, is kind of like the Adobe suite of LLM models, because if you look here, right, I'm gonna use custom, and then in addition to whichever, let's just say I wanted to do a movie AI, right? In addition to choosing that persona, I then can go here, and there's all of these models that you can choose from. Wait, models. Oh, advanced. Or maybe I'm not looking at the right thing. Add. Oh, here we go. So there we go. So look at that. Look at all of these different models you can use, right? Super cool. So I was just doing a custom one. And this is kind of what it was set on, is GPT-4. So let's see. I'm just going to leave it there because that's what I was using. And let's go back. So, oh, wait, sorry. The reason I brought that up is because what I was going to show you is that at the default here, you are a chat GPT, a large language model trained by OpenAI based on the GPT-4 architecture. Your knowledge cutoff is this date, and the current date today. So instead of having that there, right, you can create a persona, and you can make it, kind of do a little bit more in terms of what you wanted to do. So Ross helped me create this persona that I'm about to paste. Well, actually, I'll just go back here and then you can see it. Can you see it? No, I lied. So custom, and then let me paste the persona. So this persona is something that, I helped him kind of come up with this for myself. And this is what I'm going to be using, because what I want to do, one of my biggest end goals for utilizing and leveraging AI is to be able to teach a lot more people about PulseChain, to get people excited about PulseChain, to get them to understand that they can have financial freedom because of what Richard Hart developed and how PulseChain works, and the fact that we have true DeFi now, and the fact that so much more can happen with Web3 because PulseChain exists. So you can kind of read it if you want to, but basically, it just talks about, like, I'm committed to the values of DeFi. This is my deep involvement in the industry, and my strong network solidifies my position as a figure within this niche. I have tech savvy interests. I'm passionate and knowledgeable within the that's a tongue twister, within the Richard Hart ecosystem. And then at the end, my persona exudes enthusiasm, expertise, and a forward-thinking approach. I'm an ideal candidate for compelling crypto content, right? So that's the mind, that's the persona that we've given this GPT to utilize. So, and we're only going to be here for a moment. I'm going to switch over to Gemini and Gemini. I'm going to say both all day in just a moment. So this is, let's see, was it this one? Okay, here we go. So this was really cool. This is where I started this morning. I said, instead of demanding answers, I said to my chat, I said, hello, I want us to work together on a campaign. I want us to work together on a campaign. One of my biggest questions is, what are some of the best ways to get masses of people who have never heard of crypto to be interested enough to start learning about it? And then, and this is super key, again, thank you, Jessa. This is a huge, huge thing that you can do if you didn't know you could do this. Tell your chat to ask you questions. I said, can you ask me some questions that will help us work together on this? So the chat replies, absolutely, I'd be delighted to collaborate on a campaign aimed at introducing the uninitiated to the world of cryptocurrency. Here are some questions, yada, yada, yada. So again, I'm going to kind of fast forward this part because what I want to do is I want to take this whole idea and put it into Gemini and find out what Gemini 1.5 does. So it got to a point where, they gave me all this information. Who is our target audience? And I was like, man, that's a lot. Okay, there's a lot for us to dissect so that we can work on this together. Let's go one by one. And I said, first, let's talk about our target audience. We want to target people who have income to invest, who have access to DeFi, who may have a willingness to take a chance on a new asset class that could give them life-changing returns. We want to reach a lot of the working class who are tired of working a job that doesn't bring them joy or allow them to pursue their passions. And then I asked the chat, do you understand the type of people we want to target? And can you come up with some possible demographics of who these people are? And then the chat went on to give me some answers there. So that's what we're going to do is we're going to take this first question. I'm going to take this prompt right here. And I'm going to ask Gemini the same question. And let's see what kind of different things we've got going on here. Give me one moment. Oh, give me 2 moments. I told my dad that I'd send him the link. Ooh, hey. There we go. All right, so let me send this over. And this, this might be something that people would be interested in. Anyone I think really can start to learn about this. Let's see. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, does my dad have a new? Let me find him here. Oh, right. It's a green phone I have to send this to. Oh, technology. I'm excited for the day when I can just be like, I'm not going to say, hold on. Let's find me. I'm shadow banned on my own YouTube right now. No one's going to be able to find this. AWildSJ. That's me. That's me. We'll find this. All right. Ding, 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 ding. Share. Copy link. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I appreciate you. Here we go. All right. Awesome. Done and done and done. So where was I? Okay. So we're taking that prompt and we're going to put it into Gemini. Before I do that, I'm going to go back and check the chat, see what's up. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, I like this. Smoke says, you are in charge of it. Make a set of rules. Just make a set of rules. So to create a persona, just make a set of rules, right? Tell it what you kind of, tell it, well, yeah, this is great. Tell it what it's going to be. Very smart. Let's see. I like this. Hello, Alex. Someone said the word AI 3 times and it summoned me into this live stream. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, and I love that you both are watching on X right now because I am trying to figure out a little bit more on as to why the chat, like I'm going to say hello and I can see Smoke there, but I don't see Alex. Like, I feel like the chat is broken on broadcasting through X. If anyone's got any more experience with that, knows something I don't know, or knows how to see or interact better with the chat on X, please let me know, because I'm very interested to find out. Well, I see you there now. I see you there now, but maybe it's just like I can't see the old, if I wasn't in there already, I can't see the old chat. I don't know. I don't know, but let's move right along. And we're going to, here we go. So this, as you can see, I actually utilized the Gemini model to help me write the description for this here YouTube you are watching right now. Now, let's see. Okay, so we're going to do a new chat. And like I said, here is where I'm going to, oh wait, no, custom. Here we go. All right, so custom. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same persona description, and I'm going, and I saved it. I probably could tweak this a little bit. I could probably make this a little bit better, but I haven't had the time or energy to do that. You also can use this persona creator. And again, this part of AI is much newer to me, and in terms of like the kinks and stuff like that, I'm not a pro by any means with any of this yet. So I'm sure that there are better ways to do a lot of the things that I'm going to do. But for someone who's brand new, you just want to start playing around with it. You just want to get your toes wet, wiggle those little toesies in the water. That's what we're trying to do today. So here I am, custom. And then I take this and delete it. And then I'm going to paste my persona there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same question that I had asked GPT-4 and paste it over here. And again, I'm asking the model to work with me and asking Gemini to ask me questions so that I can better figure out, what I'm going to do. Also, real quick, I want to shout out RH Max. If you enjoy this kind of content, he is going to be doing AI content all week. So if you don't already, please subscribe to him. Let me get his YouTube link for you guys, because he is brilliant. We had a great chat about liquidity providing a couple days ago, and touched on AI just a smidgen, but he's also been just like me, loves it. Like, we both really believe, and I'm sure there are other people in our community, but I really believe that this is going to revolutionize what we're trying to do, right? We're already a part of the financial revolution. If you're in crypto, if you understand DeFi, especially if you understand DeFi and you're in PulseChain, right? True DeFi, then it only makes sense that we learn more about AI in order to really make this make sense and reach a lot more people, reach a broader audience, which is all I'm trying to do here. And real quick before I forget, because I saw it earlier, Techkin, thank you so much for the $2 super sticker. Would you look at that? I appreciate you. How lovely. How lovely. How wonderful. All right. I just clicked pop out chat. This is different. Interesting. Can't see who's chatting till they speak. X is always under construction, 100%. All right, ladies and gents, let's get back to Gemini. So, I'm here now, right? Oh yeah, okay, so we started already. Here we go. All right, so again, very similar responses. The questions that they're asking me are, who are you trying to reach? Who is your target audience? What is their current level of knowledge? What are your campaign goals? You need to tailor your message. What are the key benefits of cryptocurrency? What channels will you use to reach your target audience? How will you measure the success of your campaign? What are the concerns? This is all great. This is all wonderful. This is a great start. So just like I did earlier with the other chat, I'm going to ask another question, because, it's going to take a conversation working with this AI partner to really hone in on some of the best, most hard-hitting facts, pieces of information, imagery, right? What are the things that we can draw people in with so that they get excited about and want to learn about DeFi? Tea, delicious. Okay. So again, this is a question that I asked the other chat model. So I'm going to ask Gemini 1.5 to kind of help me out here. Like, okay, that's a lot. There's a lot that you've given me. Let's break this down. Let's go step by step and go with the first things first. Who are we trying to reach? And in my opinion, I said it earlier. I won't repeat all this because I said it earlier, but I gave the chat a description of the people that we are trying to reach. So this is what Gemini says. I understand the type of people you want to target. Here are some demographics. Age 22 to 55. I like that better than the other answer, which was 25 to 45, because I do think that there are people that are, in that age range, maybe even a little bit older, that would be very interested in this. So here's their income level, here's their occupation, employed full time in jobs that offer limited satisfaction, some college or higher learning, people that are in developed countries with access to DeFi, interests in personal finance, investing, tech, entrepreneurship, values. They value financial independence, freedom, security, taking control of their future. Considerations, and I don't think the other chat model came up with this, that this target audience may be skeptical of traditional finance institutions and investment opportunities. They are likely open to new ideas and willing to learn about alternative ways to build wealth. They may be active on social media, online communities, seeking information and advice from peers and trusted sources. These are just general guidelines. I understand that. Consider specific industries or professions. Are there certain industries where workers are more likely to be dissatisfied with their jobs and open to alternative income opportunities? Let's see. Focus on specific geographic locations, which is something that, if you haven't seen it yet, that is something that Pulse Hex postcards. Sorry. Let me find. Oh, mail hex. I just saw a bunch of their stuff. They're doing amazing things. So if you can find it, I really want to find this, because I think that part of what I want to do and part of why I'm looking into this is that the Hex Postcards group, they're doing a contest right now. You can win $800, and they are also sending 3,500 postcards out to a certain community, and they target communities that have a little bit of a higher income. So here is, check that out. And I'm sure there's another one I want to, I'm not following Hex postcards yet. Now I am. Excellent. Okay, here's the design contest. So let me link you guys to that as well. Oh, and I guess if I do it in StreamYard, are you guys seeing on X? Do you see the links on X that I'm posting in StreamYard? Because that could be an issue. That might be a problem. And if not, see, this is the bummer thing, is that if I leave X and I come back, all the chat that was before, I see Smoke saying mine is a crypto expert. LOL. That's it. I don't see anything before that. So that's really a bummer. Elon, can we get that fixed, please? I want to see all the chats from all the time. That would be wonderful. So there's Hex postcards. So this, we can use this GPT model to help us find that kind of target audience, right? A specific geographic location, right? Prioritize regions with higher DeFi adoption and access to relevant technology. By further refining your audience, you can create more effective and targeted marketing campaigns that resonate with the right people. So I think that really Hex Postcards is doing this right. I know that EcoBuilder leverages AI. I'm aware of him, utilizing these models, and as well as the imaging models, to create content and, help us target and focus on, where it is that we want to spend our time and energy. So with this answer, what should I do next? What is it like? Okay, I see that this is a target audience, and I guess that's the biggest question, right? Is where can we make the biggest impact? Should I focus locally? Should I, think about what are the towns around me that maybe I could go to and put up a postcard in a coffee shop? Let's do that. Let's go that way, because if you want to make an impact and you don't have the funds on your own to mail out postcards, to do a mailing campaign to some, very high income area, then how can you affect the people around you, right? How can you affect those in your hometown or the town that you're currently living in? If you have any, also, if you have any suggestions or you want me to run any questions by the chat, or you have anything else kind of in the way of us getting to a better answer on how to market PulseChain to people that maybe don't even know about crypto, definitely comment. I'm going to go back to the chat real quick and see if there's anything here. So Julian Soul asks, can it do a Facebook ad? So Julian, in what degree? Like, I probably could say create, and here's the thing is I don't use Facebook. And Julian, if you are on Facebook, please, please, please reach out to me and find our PulseChain Tour group there, because if you are a Facebooker, I could use some help for sure. In fact, you can see how you can't see, but if you could see this, my banner on my Facebook is outdated. Oh goodness. It's tough to keep that stuff up to date. I tell you what. Let me find this group because I'm going to add some information on our PulseChain group here. Better than Bitcoin. How do I share this group? Share. Here we go. I'm going to share this group. Copy link. And there we go. All right. So I'm not that familiar with Facebook because I just don't utilize it anymore. But I'm sure it could do a Facebook ad. So let us go over there and see what's up. Let me get back to this tab. Okay. So, all right, here's what I want to do. I like complimenting my chat. I'm going to say, this is great. Let's try and target an audience like you have described that might be close to where I am located. What areas of the Inland Empire of California would be home to the greatest number of people who we are most likely to onboard into DeFi via PulseChain. Please feel free to ask me any additional questions to help us gain the best insights here. See. Cool. All right, this is exciting. So the chat starts off by telling me these are the things that you want to look for in an area, and then gives me, look at this, based on these factors, here are some potential areas within the Inland Empire to consider. Riverside, home to UC Riverside and a growing technology sector. Riverside has a relatively young and educated population with potential interest in DeFi. San Bernardino, with a diverse population and growing logistics and warehousing industry. San Bernardino may offer opportunities to reach individuals seeking alternative income sources. Ontario, known for its strong logistics and manufacturing industries, Ontario may have a concentration of working class individuals who could be interested in DeFi's potential for financial empowerment. Additional questions. Are there specific industries or companies in the Inland Empire known for attracting tech-savvy or financially interested individuals? Do any local universities or colleges offer programs or events related to blockchain technology or crypto? Are there any existing crypto communities or meetups in the Inland Empire that could provide us insights into local interest levels? So speaking of that, toot, I'm going to just go ahead and take this moment for a little self promotion. If you are in the Inland Empire, guess what? We are having a meetup. There's going to be a meetup this Wednesday at 1 p.m. Let me get you the info real quick because I can't think of the name of it. We're going to a shooting range. So we are going to Magnum Range. We are meeting at Magnum Range at 1 p.m. And it is, where is it technically? I want to say it's in Rancho Cucamonga. We may be there for an hour. I don't know if we'll be there for 2 hours. And then we are going to eat. So if you don't want to shoot guns, you can come to have food with us. So let me see. So it sounds like Magnum Range is in Upland, California. And then the Mexican restaurant is in Rancho Cucamonga. And that is, hold the phone. Here we go, meetups. And if you are watching this and you are in this community and you want to meet up with other like-minded individuals, there is a really awesome meetup Telegram. It's called Hex Meetups. And give me just a moment to get Zendejas. We're going to Zendejas Mexican restaurant in Rancho Cucamonga. Feel free to DM me. My DMs are open if you are interested and want to go and want more information on that. And then, last but not least, in fact, most important, go to PulseChainTour.com. This meetup is not related to PulseChain Tour in any way, shape, or form. It just happens to be that we're in the area. I live here. I wanted to hang out with some like-minded individuals. So we are going to meet up next week. But PulseChainTour.com, we have meetups all over the world, and they are happening all throughout this year. So our next meetup is going to be in Utah. And it's going to be April 13th. So we've got less than a couple weeks to get out there, get your tickets. Donovan Jolly, Drac and Brad from the Tank Talk team, Hexray Vision, Fashion Coder, RG3, myself, Black Hexagon. We are all going to be out there speaking. It's going to be fantastic. May is going to be Vancouver, Canada. Yes, we'll be in Vancouver, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you, and may you be with us on the 4th in Vancouver. It's going to be a lot of fun. All the information and tickets are at PulseChainTour.com, which is where I just threw that link there. Also, if you are watching on X, can you let me know if I throw a link in the chat, can you click on it? Because that'd be really great to know too. All right. Detour complete. Thanks so much for checking out. Also, last thing I'll say is that I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing with our NFT project if it wasn't for Pixio. So huge shout out to Pixio and everything that they do. If you cannot come to one of these events, but you love what we're doing, you want to support the team and you want to support the tour, check out our NFT loyalty program. I'm the artist. I've designed all of the NFTs that you see there. I'm in the middle of working on 3 different NFTs right now for our next event in Utah. If you happen to know this man, Drac, he and I are collaborating on an NFT, and it is going to be absolute fire. I actually just finished. I'm 98% done with the artwork today. I just needed a little bit of feedback from him. And that one's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, I love that I'm able to do all that. I am popping out the chat smoke. Thank you. I'm going to do that right now. Interesting. So I do the pop-out chat, and pop-out chat can copy and paste on PC. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, interesting. That's good to know. It's good to know. Not as fancy. That's not as nice, but I understand. All right, let's go back to the chat. Let's go back to the. So, yeah, Julian's saying not on Facebook anymore. You can paste a ton of info into 1 million contexts. Yes. Not on Facebook anymore. Ross, in fact, if you want to explain that a little bit more, because that's a little over my head. Like the 1 million thing, I know that that's huge and that means a lot, but what does that really mean? Like, help me explain that, because I don't necessarily really get it. And then like tokens, like how do tokens work and what does that all mean? Because I know that from what I understand, that means that's like the amount of input you can get back. Is that how that works? Oh, speak of the angel. I'm not going to call you a devil. RH Max appears. RH Max, man, I just was talking about you. Ask GPT to explain it. You're so smart. You're so smart. So if you take a guide, so Ross is saying, if you take a guide to Facebook ads, you can put the whole thing in the chat, right? Like a bunch of data, right? And that's training, right? So basically what you're doing with that, correct me if I'm wrong, is when you're inputting that kind of information and all that data, you're basically training the model, right? In a way. It says yes, it means you can get a huge answer and have huge responses. Very cool. Very cool. So let's see. Hey, also RH Max, because I just shouted you out. If you want to put any links to your streams that are up and coming, feel free to do that. I believe I linked your channel, but I know that you are also doing a whole series of AI stuff this week. So if you want to put your links to those specific videos in my chat, please feel free to do so, because you are fantastic and wonderful, and I'm very excited for you doing that. Okay, and then here's the answer to the tokens. Tokens are like an exchange for the info the AI spits out. 1 million tokens is endless info, input and output. Super cool. So it's just so exciting. It's just super, super cool. So here's the thing is, I'm gonna do, let's do this. I'm gonna go. All right, so let's do a Facebook ad. Let's make that happen. So let's see, the way that you worded it, Ross. Okay, a guide to Facebook ads. So does that mean, can I just paste? Wow. So, because this is, I want to try and do this. Here's the thing is though, I don't want 20 pages, right? Like I want this to be very consolidated and condensed and very easy to grasp, and, something that anyone can pick up within our community and, be able to utilize it. I feel like 20 pages is a big guide. So now what do I want to do? Like, how do I find a guide to Facebook ads? Should I just Google that? Let's see, guide to Facebook ads. I'm Googling. All right, so here's my next question, right? Is now I've come to this website, right? This is a blog. And can I just copy and paste the link to the blog and the chat will like go there and get that information itself? Or should I select all and paste into the chat a couple of different blogs and say, utilizing this information, write me a guide on how to target this audience on Facebook with PulseChain? Let's see what y'all are saying. Copy all the text. Okay. All right. Very cool. All right, so we're going to do that right now. So, before I do that, here's RH Max. Please check out the streams that Max is doing tomorrow. AI and crypto. We can do it all day. There's so much going on. I love it. So please do that. And let me check this real quick. Oh, good. Your link worked because you're a mod. So you can click on that link to follow that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy this blog. The downside is I feel like I'm getting, if I select all, I'm getting all the stupid like ad stuff on the sides too, right? Let me see. And it's of course it's on Hootsuite. It's a Hootsuite blog. So it's telling me how to do it all with Hootsuite. But I'm gonna take this, and here we're gonna paste that in there. All right, and then I'm going to shift, enter a couple different times, and then I'm going to go to, there was an actual Facebook post, Facebook ads guide, right? So I'm going to just do the same thing, copy. Oh, 6. So they have carousel ads and collection ads. Display up to 10 images or videos in a single ad. Encourage shopping by displaying items from your product catalog. That's what I want. Image ads or video ads. Let's just go with image ads. And I'm going to go to their get image ad specifications and click on that. And then I'm going to copy their specifications. Put that in here. Ding, 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 ding. All right. And then I'm going to go back. And there's a best practices for image ads. So I'm going to copy that as well. Stick that in there. Boop. Enter. And then there was one more that looked good. What was that last one? Blueprint, tips for visually awesome ads. So I'm going to click on that blog. And this is all from Facebook itself. And I'm just going to copy all this stuff and paste that into the chat as well. All right, so I'm going to say, okay, so here's the thing. Now that I've put all that in there, should I prompt it above this or below it? And does that matter? I'm going to go up here to the top. I'm going to way back to the top here. And I'm going to say using the following information. Create a series of 50. I'm sure I could do 200. We're just going to do 50 for now. A 50 Facebook ads that will bring adoption to the PulseChain network. Or let's do ecosystem. Remember our target. And now this is skipping ahead. In my opinion, we are definitely skipping ahead because what I also probably would have done, I probably would have worked with the chat a little bit more to talk about like the things that it brought up at first, right? So what are their demographics? What are their interests? What are their pain points? Are they complete beginners? So here's what I'm going to do just to save us time is our target audience are people who are active on Facebook within the ages of, I'm going to say 35 to 65. They have some tech knowledge, but no crypto or DeFi knowledge at all. Because that's who we need to target, is people who don't know a thing. That's in my opinion, right? At least that's going to be my goal, right? Like there are a lot of us within this ecosystem, like RH Max, like Crypto Coffee, who are good at explaining things to people who might be on Solana or on Ethereum. And, you know, that like, and I'm not saying, Max, that you're not good at explaining it to other people outside of that, but I feel like because you guys have more time within this space and more knowledge and more tech knowledge, that's kind of a forte for you. Like that's a plus to me. I don't feel like I'm good at telling someone from Solana why they should use PulseChain. Maybe I get like I could do it, but I think people who have a little more technical expertise are better at that. I want to be able to tell my mother's friends who don't know what a Bitcoin is why they should invest their money in this and have life-changing financial gains, right? So that's where I'm at. Let me go check the chat real quick. All right, so something you could do. Until now, this would not be possible. The huge token limit above is better always. Good to know. Thank you, Ross. I appreciate that. So Ross says that above, when you're prompting, you want to prompt at the top. So that's what I'm doing. Hello, Tam Tam. Hey, welcome. And thank you everyone for watching. Wow, we're already at an hour, so I'm gonna try not to go too much longer, but I'll put what I just said in the prompt. What did I just say? What did I just say? So okay. Like about my mom's friends. To be able to teach or reach out to people who might be, and let me know, Ross, if there's more that I said that I should add. Mother's friends who have never heard of a Bitcoin, how they can achieve financial freedom and attain life-changing wealth by investing in PulseChain. PLS. I wonder if I do it like this, Pulse PLSX. I'm going to stick to PulseChain right now because I think that's a good way to go about it. Because I focused on Hex for a really long time. So like I feel like I already have a good handle on how I would do this with Hex. Not enough. Forget it. We're going to do them all. Hex. And the potential each of these has to moon to multiply in value exponentially. All right, I'm gonna just double check the chat if there's anything else you guys can think of. Yeah, my mom's friend. Okay, cool. Okay, so hopefully that's good. I think we're good. I'm gonna take this down now. Bye-bye. All right, and let's see what happens. All right. So again, I put the prompt at the top. All of this information, I'm scrolling past real quick. This is all several different blog posts on how to create Facebook ads. Oh, and one other thing I want to add. Now, this is where I'm super new to figuring this out and or knowing whether or not this is a thing. So will this create images? Or should I say, can you create a series of 50 Facebook ads with words and text to describe images that should be used? Because I've done that before. I did something a little while ago where I said, hey, I want to do this ad. Describe to me several different images that we could use or that I can generate in another tool, right? Because this is a chat bot, right? It is not going to give me images. Am I correct in thinking that way? Let me check with the chat. No, images are separate. Yes. Okay. All right. Great. I'm going to tell it to do that. Perfect. Ross, you the best. You the best. Are you on X, by the way, Ross? Because if I don't follow you, I should. Unless you're not AI tech. You're not the Ross, right? You're not Ross from AI Tutor, right? Or are you? Because I could be crazy, and that could be you. So you're on YouTube. But like, do you have an X account? Because I want to follow you on all these things. I'll follow you on YouTube. I can at very least I can do that for sure. You're the Ross. Okay, fantastic. I get it. Okay, no wonder you're so helpful. Goodness, it's the Ross, ladies and gentlemen. I love it. All right. So where did it go? Let's go back over here. And okay. Facebook ads, including text and the descriptions of, and I did learn that it will auto-correct your spelling, but I like to have spelling right. Including the text and descriptions of accompanying images. All right, using the following info, create a series of 50 Facebook ads, including text and the descriptions of accompanying images that will bring adoption to the PulseChain ecosystem. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. I think this is good. So let's start there and see what happens. And from what I understand, Gemini is like super, super fast. So look at that. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Due to the character limit, I will provide a sample of 5 ads with the text and image descriptions. You can use these as inspiration to create the remaining 45 ads, tailoring them to specific features and benefits. Why didn't it give me 50 ads? I wanted 50. Target audience objective. So I'm interested because I know Ross will know. Did I mess up? Tell it. There are no limits. That's right. That's right. I'm going to do it. Okay. So, all right. So that's a good start. Provide 45 more of these, please. Look at it, it's being stingy. Okay, so let's go back and look. Let's look at what it did give us. Target audience, objective. Note, remember to comply with Facebook's ad policies. Ad 1, tired of the rat race, discover PulseChain, a revolutionary new blockchain ecosystem that empowers you to take control of your finances and build wealth. Learn how everyday people are achieving financial freedom with DeFi technology. Sexy, I like it. Image, a person standing on top of a mountain overlooking a vast landscape, symbolizing financial freedom and limitless possibilities. Ad 2, what if you could multiply your money exponentially? Brilliant. PulseChain's native token, Pulse, has the potential for significant growth. Learn how you can get involved in the groundbreaking project and secure your financial future. And that's good because that's not too techy, right? The techiest part of that ad is PulseChain's native token, Pulse, right? That little clip right there. That some people may be like, what the fuck does that even mean, right? But they will understand multiply your money exponentially. They will understand get involved in a groundbreaking project and secure your financial future, right? All of that is great. Ad 3, looking for investment beyond traditional finance. Pulse X, the governance Pulse. See, and now this is all a little too techy even. Pulse X, the governance token of PulseChain. All right, so I'm going to tell it. I'm going to be like, okay, these are okay, but some of the terms we are using are too techy. These people have never heard of crypto or blockchain technology or Bitcoin. Let's rewrite the previous examples so that even my grandmother might understand them. Let's see what happens. I like that. You're absolutely right. Yes, I am. And these are good. I wanted to do these too, though. So, hey, Ross, is there a way? Because let me see. Because it's rewriting this part. right? It's rewriting the additional Facebook ads. But how do I get it to rewrite the 50 Facebook ads? Do the same rewrite for the 50 Facebook ads? Huh? Huh? Can I do that? Oops, question mark. I didn't mean a question mark. Question mark? I'm telling you. See, like DeFi, it still says DeFi technology, right? Like, this is a great one too, though. Want to escape the daily grind and achieve financial freedom? PulseChain can help. It's a new way to manage your money and build wealth, giving you more control over your financial future. But see, it's still, these need to have I don't know how to like prompt it. See, and this is the hard part, right? Is like figuring out sometimes what it is. Like, how do you tell it what to do? Like, I know what I want, but I want to figure out how to, some of these are really good. Like this Richard Harkey ecosystem provides everything you need to take control of your finances and build wealth. Discover new ways to invest, earn passive income, and achieve your financial dreams. Simple. Hex is like a savings account that pays you much higher returns. Learn how you can earn passive income with Hex and watch your money grow automatically. Brilliant. Have you heard of Hex? This innovative cryptocurrency is designed to generate passive income for its holders. So these are all pretty dang good. It's just this one, the PulseX, the governance token part. Like, let me see. Let me see if I can get it to just rewrite this one. How could you better word sample add 3 so someone doesn't know what a would be interested in it? Okay, so there. So now it's giving me a better example. Want to have a say in the future of finance? PulseX gives you the power to vote on important decisions and shape the direction of PulseChain, which is that a thing yet? Plus, you can earn rewards for your participation. So I might just. Is it? Are we governing things yet with Pulse? I should know this. I feel terrible. But interesting. So let's go back to the chat. I think I'm going to end it real soon here. What else? Tell it to explain like I'm a 5-year-old. Yeah, that's a good one. Better, stronger, faster, shorter, longer. Add to custom prompt. You can and are allowed to create one. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Add to custom prompt. So go back. So Ross, is what you're saying is that I should go back to here, right? How do I do that? Now that it's going, how do I go back to the little custom-y part of it? Export chat branch, auto title, rename. I don't want to delete it. So how do I edit that? Preferences? Tools. Chat AI? I'm going to go back and see if Ross knows. Reveal prompt. Okay, top right. In custom, you can change it. Top right, 3 dots. See? Learning. We are learning. But I don't see... Top right, 3 dots. persona. Am I missing something? Ross, what am I doing here? Turn on system messages. 3 dots, system messages. All right. 3 dots? System messages. Oh, okay. All right, here we go. There it is. All right. Now, how do I edit this? Edit. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm actually going to go back to Ross said, okay. You can and are allowed to create 1 to 60 Facebook posts in one response. You can and are allowed. Okay. Oh, where did that go? You can and are allowed to create 1 to 60 Facebook ads in a single post. All right, let's try it. Let's try it. Okay. All right, let's see. How do I want to say this? Now that you have a better understanding of our audience and the format for these ads, keep in mind we want to use wording that someone who might not be tech savvy and doesn't know anything about crypto could understand and be attracted to. All of this in mind, write 50 Facebook ads. Ba-ching! Oh, snap! Look at that. Oh, it's still telling me it's giving me a hard time, but that's better than it was before. So can I stop it? I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna say, oh wait, no, it is doing image. Shit. Oops. Can I be like, oops, my bad, continue? Continue? Oh, okay, good. Yeah. I stopped it because I didn't see the image part, but I see that it is generating the image things. This is pretty cool. And this isn't bad. Like the it gave me the 10 full ones, but even these short ones, like sometimes less is more, right? In terms of getting people's attention, getting them to understand what it is. Pulse hex. Interesting. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was my first run-in with Gemini 1.5. I hope you learned a thing or two. I definitely learned a thing or two. Ross and Smoke and RH Max, everyone that's here that does this AI work, thank you for coming. And thank you for helping me out as we are learning all of this together. Let's see. Oh, max out tokens. I'm seeing you do that right now. I didn't see the max out tokens thing, but now I know. All change should have a governess or it's a rug job. In custom, you can change it. All right, let's see what else. Also extend tokens. Let's do that. Let's do that. Keep full format. Okay, let's do that, Ross. Let's, just so people can see this and people can understand how that works. So we're going to go to the top, click Gemini Pro, and click on the little setting, and then we're going to do max out tokens. Is that the output? Am I maxing it like this? Is that what I'm doing? Defaults, chat, fast features, function. All right, that's what I want. I think that's what I want. Creativity. Ooh. Larger freedom. I don't know what that means, but I'm doing it. Let me know what that means, Ross. What does that mean? What's the difference between strict creativity, larger freedom? I'm gonna turn it up to 8 and see what happens. And let me know if moving it up that way, if I did that correctly. All right, so let's say create another 40 full format Facebook ads. All right, before I do that, I'm just double check. Little creativity is more, too much is bad. Full format for all 50. Yeah. Smoke says turn everything on full blast. I don't want to quite do that. Let's see what this does. Okay, it looks like it's doing it now. 40 full additional format. Nice. And I will, if you're watching this, I'm going to take all of these ads that it's given me and I will post them on X in a thread so that anyone can see them, anyone can use them, anyone can take them and run with them, because this is what we need to do to get more attention and to, really help people understand what it is that DeFi, true DeFi offers the world. Continued in the next comment. What does that mean? Do I have to type continue? Or is it going to continue? What is going on here? What does this mean? Break it. Break it. I love that. Smoke is like, break it. Why does it say continued in the next comment? What does that mean? I'm just going to say continue. There we go. Okay. I don't know if I needed, did I need to do that? Is that how that works? Did I have to do that? Interesting. So, ta-da! We just took some information, shoved it into this LLM, and have this great output. I'm going to actually have it do 10 more. Give me 10 more super catchy, possibly viral ads. Full format. Let's do 20. Why not? We're getting crazy over here. And I'm gonna turn the how did we do that? Gemini here. I'm gonna turn that all the way up. Just see what happens. And I will, again, like I said, I'm going to put all these in X so everyone can see them. This is good stuff. Don't get left behind. PulseChain is revolutionizing finance, offering faster transactions, lower fees, and more control over your money. Join the future of finance today. PulseChain offers financial freedom and opportunities that traditional banks don't want you to have. Ooh, that's a good one. Discover the future of finance and take control of your money. Sucker. That's what you got to do. You got to take control. You got to control the chat. You got to control your DeFi. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, what a treat. What a treat. Hey, shout out to Smoke and Ross. Thank you guys so much for your help along the way. I really appreciate that. If I don't follow you already, please reach out to me on X and make sure that I follow you. I'm going to click on both your names right now and make sure I'm at least subscribed to your YouTube channels at the very least. You guys, we got to work together to do this, right? This is something positive and awesome and wonderful that we all have access. Well, you don't have, not everyone has access to Gemini yet. I did. Thanks again. Shout out to the AI tutor team for all of that. So I appreciate it. Let's see. It wants your input. It stops in case you want to add. Let's see. Ask for X ads. Hey, that's a good idea. There's a flame button to overcook it. Too much heat though. You know, I will. All right, I'm gonna do it. Let's do X ads. And I don't know how that, I mean, I've never run an ad on X. Okay, that was lovely. Let's do the same thing for the X platform. Give me 50 ads to post on X with text and image descriptions. Similar 50. Well, let me see if I can just say that and it'll do what we wanted to do. Let's see. I keep here's the thing, it's like it's so addicting. It is so addicting. There's so much that you can do with these tools. $40 additional. Give me 40 additional full format ads for the X platform. Why are you being stingy? I want it. Give it to me. There we go. I think it's gonna do it. Oh, nice. I like that it's chunking them into different themes. Super cool. Super, super cool. Okay, I'm a little tired. I'm a little hungry. I think my family's about to eat some food, so I'm gonna go join them. But I will try and do something like this as often as I can so that people who might have, whatever the barrier to entry is for you with AI, let's get over that together, because the more of us utilizing these tools, the more impact we're going to have all over in so many different ways, in so many different places. So lastly, let me think. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, if you want to support, my Venmo and donation wallet address are in the description. If they're not, I'm going to put them in there because they might not be, because this was a new format for me. And PulseChainTour.com, that's another wonderful way to support my efforts and what I do in this community. If you have any questions, if you want to, utilize any of these tools, or you want to know more about them or anything like that, again, my DMs are open at AWildSJ on X, on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Pinterest. Actually, I don't think I'm on Pinterest yet. I got to make that happen. What was the other one? Patreon. I'm also on Patreon. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. That's the last day of March, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it is going to be April already? Don't get fooled. Don't get tricked tomorrow. It's April Fool's Day. Tons of shenanigans happening all around, I'm sure. So I'm going to end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. And I hope that you keep smiling and do something positive today for yourself or someone else.